Oh,
we,
gotcha.
if we're not live,
We are live.
oh, alright.
Hello and welcome.
Hello and welcome
Yep.
to Battletoads and Double Dragons.
Final run of the Frog Block for tonight.
A couple of frogs being played in this game, so we're gonna start with not a frog. And we're also going to be starting with 10 extra lives, because it is a marathon and there's bad luck. So we're going to start in... Yeah, this team does kick ass. Anyone else to hop in chat, get in here. Welcome. Yo, what's up, Lumo? We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. So we start this game with negative 2.5 seconds, because normally you play the J style of getting this life and killing this guy. Oh, off to a bad start. Off to a very poor start. We need Winky to bless this run. So this game is a lot of torpedo men flying across the screen, a lot of double dashing. Basically, the main strats of this game is you double tap left or right, so you get into a run, and then you press kick, so you instantly kill a lot of people. Especially these dumbass CRT monitors that have guns on them. We're gonna do a quick couple of dodges here. Quick double kick to kill them. So we're in World 1. This game features, I think, 6 or 7 levels, each with a pretty cool boss at the end. This is a Bobo's level. You hop off the edge like that, bullshit. A lot of jump kicking, a lot of double dashes, kind of like Mario Kart. Double dash. Definitely some bad memes in this game. From what I'm told, this game not as good as the NES version. So this is actually a remake, because there was Battletoads and Double Dragons for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and this is the remake. A little bit here.
Isn't it also like a arcade cabinet game?
No, so that's Battletoads, and there's a bunch of Battletoads games like that. I don't know if this one was actually ever made for the arcade cabinet. But right now we're playing as some of these weird hands that come out of these fans. Normally you have to hit them twice, so like they'll lurk above you, kind of like they're doing right now. But if you move out of the way and then you dash into them and hit them, you can hit them in one hit. Otherwise, if you just kind of do like a normal punch, kind of like that, it takes 2 hits, so you have to kind of wait longer. So this is a Bobo. This is World 1 boss, but oh, alright, well that's good. Not good. You can kind of hit him and then basically stun lock him, so you can kind of just sit here and keep smacking him in the face.
Smack in the face.
He's a large
And
man.
then that's it. So we're entering World 2 now. This is Big Blag. The secret here is basically the idea is that like you keep hitting these guys, and they'll keep getting back up. Oh, got some dogs in the background. Get your oh my dogs out. But basically, if you run and jump at these guys, you can knock them into the middle of the stage, and then you can dash them and hit them, and then basically take them out in 2 hits instead of 1. Same with these big, long stick men. Like, you see that right there. I hit that guy, and he gets back up. Move out of the way. Knock him towards the center of the stage, dash attack, and then he's dead. Same with this guy right here. We do that, and then we get him while they're laying down. Basically just kind of mess him up. So I'm gonna wait for him to come back over. Otherwise, he would take like a good 5 or 6 dash attacks for him to like get back up off the ground and hit him again. So this guy's a TNT man. He throws dynamite sticks. So the idea is he takes 3 sticks of dynamite to kill. You want to group 2 and then 1, then he's dead. It'd either be 1 and then 2 or 2 and then 1. You're good to go, and then you're down into 2-2. So you want to hit this, get a life, and hit this guy and knock him out real quick. We got some dudes coming up. Knock this guy out, down. Or this guy over here, so he's still in frame. The point is basically to keep these people in frame so you can hit them on their charge attack. If you knock them off, which is really easy to do, makes it really hard to go. Similar to these guys, not going very quickly with them. Yeah, that's basically the whole tech of this game is you can double tap left or right to run. And you just kind of want to lure a lot of these people to and fro. Or, you know, if they're on the ground like this, you just hit their knuckles and knock them off. And this guy, sometimes you get the pole and you pound them straight into the ground with your fucking meter-long pole.
Pound them to the ground.
Yeah, it's a couple of Dutch blows out. So we have another TNT guy. This guy, instead of taking 3 hits, he takes 5. So you want to group 2 2s and then a 1. Really depends on your RNG of where he throws all of them. So we got a good 2 grouping here where I can throw them along. Oh, alright, never mind. Alright, so you have to get 2 here. It really depends on where he throws them and where you can throw them. Not bounce off the wall there. Alright, so that's kind of slow. Alright, now we're good. Now we're chilling.
Rolling in.
Yo, rolling in, father. Yo, how do you feel about donuts?
Whoa, what was that?
How do you feel about donuts?
I like donuts, especially the creamy ones.
Especially when someone else enjoys them. So right now we're in the probably the only auto scroller right now. Right now we're picking up these little nuggets to get a life, and then basically we have to wait for these things to spawn in, and it's kind of nice because instead of just spawning the objects in that you could hit and lose a life to, they kind of give you a little bit of a heads up.
So this is like mega, ultra, super duper nerf turbo tunnel, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And also there's no way of skipping any of this bullshit. So now we're just, you know, healing some biker boys in the face because they don't polish their knob hard enough.
This is like the roller bob level in Toy Story.
Oh yeah. Oh, that never happened. I don't think I've ever actually lost a life in this level except for right there. You know what? Basically, what are you going to do? You know, it's what the speedrunners say. All right, so we're back to getting more lives from these knobs that are appearing very quickly across the stage. If you collect, so in the first round, there's just enough to get a life. This one there is enough to get almost a life and a half, but they have one short of getting a second life, so I don't even care about the rest. So there's another round of barricades and shit, and it's faster now, so like you have less time to react, but really you have more time to react because it's faster. This is basically burn your rope update, but it's burn your fucking shoe speeder, your Nike Air. I don't know what are we riding right now? Is this a Nike Air? Anyway, worth the boss. The secret is you can double jump him, and you can hit him twice per hit. So we're gonna be seeing some of that. So it makes it go really fast. Still behind splits, so now we got the sexy lady stage. Pretty dope.
Oh yeah. This is what I was rolling in for.
Gaming.
Definitely in on the women, you know?
Oh, so you're beating up women in this level?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought that the first guy you beat up was a woman.
No.
Never mind. I thought this was good content.
No, we're just chilling. We're only chilling. This is only chilling.
Alright, well, rolling out, I guess, Clayton.
Yeah.
So basically, this level is if you get hit, you're fucked, because they will just actually fuck you up the entire time. So this introduces introduces 2 new mechanics. You hop on some of these turrets to smack them, and then there's also rope swinging. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna wait for. Oh, all right, did not wait long enough. Then we're gonna hop on the second turret and punch the shit out of it.
So he can hop.
So
like
we're gonna yeah, and so we basically or the woman on the right to come all the way over so we can double stomp her, because the one on the left only takes 1 double kick to kill. Now we got a bunch of crow. Oh no, wait. We got a bunch of saw blades now, not crows. Crows are coming up. We're chilling. So this is basically like you have to have played it before to know what's coming. We're chilling there. Alright, we're going up here. So normally you're supposed to jump on this rail, but you can run past it and then jump up and kick the lever. Otherwise you get blasted by RNG, which feels very good. You guys have been blasted by RNG. Now we just,
people though.
Now we just do a couple of flying kicks. Shout out to Captain Falcon.
Show me your moves.
Show me your moves. So this is a little secret right here. Normally she takes about 4 hits to hit, but if you knock her off the ledge, insta kill. All right, we didn't get that, so that's a quick maneuver right there. Same with that. You can get those first attempt. We're gonna do a little secret trick right here, where you basically you run off, and then instead of climbing those lattice fences, you just die and you sacrifice a life. And then you sacrifice another life because you can't actually hit her. But you knock her out like that. There we go. We're chilling. We're chilling. Oh. We're gonna climb this one because we can get an extra life here.
Is the life farm for safety or part of the route?
Safety. Same reason why we went with the cheat code to level select, is it gives you 10 extra lives. And we'll see why we need these lives in World 4, which is the one after this. Basically, they decided that a 2D action fighter, also shout out to Crow, was not hard enough, but they needed also a 3-dimensional asteroid simulator. With like missile locking on physics and like targeting and all that kind of stuff. So we're basically gonna be playing asteroids after this. It's pretty fun. After we finish the crows and Roper. Flush your crows out. There we go. Alright, so move through this. We basically have the second auto-scroller of the game, and I think this is the last one, where it's basically you are forced to climb along this pipe, and you have these damaging Cheerios that come after you. And then you also end up getting crows here that, again, if you have not played this game before, you would never have known they were coming. You know, you basically just have to kick them out of the way.
Kick him out!
Oh. Alright, well, never played this game before. Alright, kick that. Alright, we're chilling. So we're in 3-3. Yeah, the Cheerios, I actually, when I was practicing this last night, I had a Cheerio stick to the bottom of the screen that actually followed me throughout this entire world, which kind of weird because it would like still damage me. I want to go back and see if like that could be abused in some way. We're gonna grab this safety life chunks. Alright, so
Rinkas from Super Metroid.
Yeah.
I was thinking that as well, yeah.
So if people haven't been paying attention, in the top left there are the yellow chunks and the white hearts. White hearts are lives, and then the yellow blocks are basically like hit points, and sometimes you lose like 1, you lose 2, depending on what you hit by. Most of the time it's 2 in this level, especially by the lightning bolts. You know, so right here is like one of the first big tricks. So normally you're supposed to like go through this, and there's random trash spawning. If you hit by any of those objects, like it'll take about half of your life points. But what they didn't realize is you can just hide in the top right corner and never get hit. It's kind of like a cone spray downwards.
Are the damage rolls random as well? Like you said, sometimes you get 1.
No. The damage rolls are based off like what you get hit by. So like you're gonna see later on, there'll be fire, and fire basically takes out everything. So like you'll lose a life. Electricity I think is 2 most of the stuff is, you know, so we're facing Roper right now. If I get hit by Roper's bullets, I'm gonna lose an entire life, and you'll see why. So basically the entire strategy with Roper is I have to, oh my god, I have to, hello? Please work. Alright, so, oh, we're chilling.
Not gonna lie, I thought that the hearts were teeth when I first saw them. I was like, what the fuck?
That's honestly, I used to play this game with my older brothers when I was a kid because they were the ones that had the Super Nintendo, and I always thought the same thing. It took me until about 2 years ago to realize that they're hearts. So basically the strategy of this is to fucking, you have to double dash his ass, because if you try to jump kick him, he, like, you're too slow, and then he'll just fucking bash your face in. But normally his thing is he has that big ass gun, and he'll like pump it up and try and fire it. And if he fires it, you're basically guaranteed to lose an entire life. So alright, we're in asteroids right now.
I like how he jerks the gun off.
Oh dude, yeah dude, he fucking knows how to jack the gun, dude.
Oh baby.
So this is the scary point, and this is why I wanted to have 10 lives going at least into this, because I don't, you know, you never know. So basically this point right now is you have to clear all of the mini asteroids off of the screen, and then it continues into the next phase. So I'm gonna wait for them to come back around, because I'm in a good position right now to where I can just sit in the back of right here, and so she fires the asteroids out of the back of the spaceship. So I can kind of sit here and try and mash B and X as fast as I can, because they both activate it. And actually I'm going to use my table, so you're going to need some fucking button mashing ASMR, hopefully. And then these, I actually never tried mashing them until I started watching the world record video. So these bombs basically go for so long unless you blow them up. Oh, we're getting out of the way of that one. Alright, so these, and then they basically fire their spikes that do about half of your life. So basically there's this phase. So these ones are the X ones, and then, oh, I ran straight into that. These ones will basically take an entire life. But she also spits out 2 lives here. So there's one. We're gonna try and get the other one up. Oh, alright, well, we took one up. Oh! Got the second one. Alright, and then she's gonna spit out some UFOs here. And normally I don't do the lock-on, because the lock-on is actually slow. The missiles kind of like route around for about an eternity, and they'll just circle around the UFOs. But the last UFO you actually can't lock on to unless you are a god gamer, and even the world record holder does not lock onto it. They just kind of like, if you shoot them, they kind of slow down, so you can just kind of do what I'm doing right now and just die perpetually. Alright, so now we're into 4-2, which is the boss phase. And this is basically a very long, drawn-out boss scene, so I actually need to move my controller up onto the desk. We're gonna...
Masher's game.
Yeah, basically I need a spoon right now, because... And so this is like 8 phase. We have these orange circles coming around, and it kind of fucks you up in this version at least, because it makes your spaceship spin around, but it doesn't actually kill you. It does 2 hearts of damage. So, and you also can't move out of it. So it basically stun locks you in. Same with what is happening right now. And then we have the garbage hurling chunks out of both engines. There's one. Just have to move out. Sometimes I don't know what causes it, but you can cause it to not spit one out. So you can just kind of sit there and keep mashing. We're back to the O-rings.
Is the fire rate capture? Can you just like mash and like as long as you're hitting like every other frame?
Yes, you can just keep mashing. Which is why, like...
On a good run, how many lives would you normally lose?
On a good run? 7 or 8. I think we probably lost about 10 there. Which is why, like, I like doing the, like, level select there, at least. To, you know, make sure you don't game over. I mean, I've gotten it before, like, if you game over, they start you again with 3 lives, and, like, I can beat it from that. But it, you know, it requires enough focus. It's, you know, not ideal for marathon setting. So these guys normally require 2 hits, like 2 double dash hits. You can kind of cheese it a little bit there, and if you hit them at the right time, knock them straight off the rocket that we're on. Similar like that, hit that guy. You see that takes 2 hits. So there are 3 of these dudes. Basically, you don't get a lot of chances to actually hit them, so you just kind of basically have to double dash into them and then like left out of it a little bit. Fucking me up right now. Alright, so that was it. Then there's gonna be 2 more of those dudes that you basically have to enter in these rooms for. I don't know if they're like mini boss fights. Right here we have some fire. If you hit the fire, you instantly die. Got it. Alright, yo, fucking stick skip right there. Then these ninjas basically just throw ninja stars around. And then we got these guys, we got Dynamite Boys back. These guys only take 1 stick. You just kind of, you have to know where to stand, and you just kind of toss it in. There's that guy, and then we have this last one. Throw that. Oh, alright, that was unfortunate right there. I was hoping to get on top of that burner before
Rigged.
it blew up. Rigged. So we have another one of these dudes. This time, the room's a lot larger, so I have room to play with the camera, so I'm just gonna kind of keep him going to the right, like this. A bunch, and then whenever we see his body fly up like that. Oh, we got the 1-up. Alright, let's go. Alright, we got up. Then we're gonna try and get back down. Then this one is actually impossible. This is fucking rigged. Oh, we got it. Alright, not rigged. Oh, alright, we're getting rigged now, though. We're actually getting rigged. Oh. Alright, we're chilling, we're chilling. Got new chips. Got fucking Naruto over here throwing his shuriken.
What do you think these guys eat to have such good physiques? I want to look like that.
Same, dude. They're obviously not god gamers, though. Oh, please, please, rat boy. We're gonna blast his ass, and we're gonna blast that guy's ass.
Blast him, son.
Imagine,
Blast him, son.
Imagine not blasting ass. All right, well, I'm getting my ass blasted, so.
Yeah.
Let's go. We're almost to. Oh, please no. Away from all of this fucking dynamite. Oh. Need to reset. A couple of guys here throwing their sticks around. Alright, we're going up against Shadow Manus up after this. This is the one boss that you can actually glitch. Missed the dynamite throw. Alright, we're chilling. Still chilling. Alright, we got it. Alright, we're gonna get a quick health refill right there, because we are down to 0 lives, 6 nuggets.
This is fine.
We're chilling, we're chilling. Shadow Manus is the only boss, or Robo Manus, I'm sorry. It's the only boss we don't actually have to fight. But if this guy fucks us up, you know, it's basically a situation of what are you going to do, you know? Like I said though, we're chilling. You know, he can't. I'm gonna roundhouse kick his bitch ass. We're chilling. We got alright. We got a refill.
We're chilling.
We're chilling. Like I said, these guys too. You don't even have to get up the ladder. You can just kick their asses from the ladder. Oh, apparently not. All right, we're chilling. All right. We're in here, and then this is the last segment, which is basically just run along the interior of this rocket and drop kick Elon Musk in the face.
So that's whose rocket this is. I knew SpaceX was going sooner.
Alright, so all I have to do is defeat this fire. 1, 2. Alright, we're good. Alright, so this is really funny. So what you're supposed to do is you go along the right, and then there's like an antenna on the tip of the rocket. So this is the boss right here. So what you can do is you can actually kick him out of the cockpit, and he doesn't respond because you actually never activated his, like, I don't know, his logic. You can kind of just keep, like, jump kicking him. Alright, I'm gonna do it this way. Oh, that's not good. Oh, this is very not good. Alright, we activated him! No!
Oh shit!
Yikes.
Alright, we're chilling, we're chilling.
Fucking rub your knobs, dude. Get those fucking knobs out right
Handled
now.
appropriately like the god game you are.
Oh god, we're only 2 minutes up right now. So I need to reset my lives right now because I don't trust myself on this boss. This boss is actually really dumb, so get your fucking knobs out. Don't talk to me or your son ever again. That's the truth of the matter. We're gonna reset right now. I basically want to have 3 lives, so I want a game over. Looking at 3 lives back again. And then we'll start this. So this is, who is this? This is Shadow Boss. Shadow Boss is a fuck and a half. Simply because he turns into a ball that if you don't... So the new mechanic right now is there are these lights that you can see hanging from the top. And basically if you don't grab onto that light, you lose a life. That's essentially how it works. He turns in and he'll basically just juggle your ass for about an eternity. Alright, I'm gonna stop while this is a very short 5-1.
How do you know when to grab the light?
It'll be during the boss. And he basically morphs, so you can see him kind of lurking in the background. There's a shadow moving around. That is Shadow Boss. And he's basically a fuck. So this is the guy. Oh, alright, well, we got fucked. Alright, we're getting fucked. So what I want to do is I want to center myself around that middle pillar. And then he'll basically just walk towards me until he does that. And then when he does that, if I were to have gotten caught in that, I would lose a life. Essentially, because he would just juggle you back and forth, and there's literally nothing you could do against that. But we're having actually, this is probably the best Shadow Boss I've ever had, aside from that. But he can also just kind of like grab you and he'll hold you by your neck and kind of like Wile E. Coyote punch you in the face until you look like a fucking puddle of whatever. Alright, there we go. We got him. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait on the left side until that settles. So now I can't go forward or backward because it knocks me down to 2D. And what you're supposed to do is go through those, like, electricity bolts there, but if you just kind of wait in the back and then run forward, run through them very quickly. So this is the last level. We got back the spacemen, but they're red now because they're pissed. They're pissed that you made it this far, dude. They're very angry. And we got some good ass music too, dude. This game has the best music on the SNES. I swear to SGG. And then these guys are they're so mad they're just gonna punch you endlessly. You gotta kind of do that, and then you get a stomp on one of them. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they get a punch on one of their own dudes. All we know is that they're chilling. So this is the final boss right here, this hand. We knew the hand was at the beginning, the hand's at the end. Just kidding, that's the wrong number. This is the final boss, fucking Big Titty Goth GF. So the idea is that you get her up against the wall, and then you can kind of kick her while she's in her flame form right now. And I'm inevitably, alright, we fucked it up. Alright, so we're chilling. Alright, we're gonna get stun locked about 1 billion times now. Oh, no, oh, alright. Yep, we're getting stun locked. We have at least 5 lives, so I'm at least gonna finish this, so we're chilling. So yeah, if you get her down like this and you hit her like that, you can keep her locked in position because it kind of like gives her like a stun status. Otherwise, if you touch the fire, you get burned like that and you lose 1 heart of damage, essentially. Otherwise, she gets faster the more you hit her. So like now it's obviously in my best interest like to hit her while she's up like that. But if she hits me once and then lands on me while I'm on fire, like as I'm getting back up, like I'm gonna get stun locked. Oh, there we go. All right, that's game. 31-14. Let's go.
Nice
Nice
run.
Run.
Bad run, but you know we're chilling.
Still a run.
All around, yes.
I feel bad that this was in the frog block, but there were no frogs. You know?
His skeleton was a frog.
Oh, that is true.
Everything is a frog if you try hard enough, I'm pretty sure.
And we still got Big Titty Goth girlfriends. So
Oh,
that's-
dude, Big Titty
Yeah,
Goth
that-
GF? Oh, that is true, dude.
That made up for it.
Yeah, like the best boss of all time, maybe.
Yeah.
I wanna
Shoutouts to Rare.
shoutouts to all of you for hanging out in here. Yeah, shoutouts to Clayton, Dragons, Clay, Glenn, Hyrule, Rumo, and especially you, Void. Thanks for having me here, man.
Hell yeah, thanks for doing this run.
Yeah, this is always a fun one. I really want more people to get into this run because right now on speedrunslive.com, they can suck my Double Dragon dick. There's 7 people that run this game, at least for the Super. This is mainly like a NES game, but
Yeah, 7 people and like 6 of them are from Russia. And like when I saw that, I just couldn't understand what was going on.
Dude,
guess
I
why
love-
Russia owns this game.
alright, this is like a low-key secret. Actually, this isn't really that low-key. The world record holder in his video actually just spits into like a dip bottle about 20 times during the run, and I low-key love it. Dude's just straight up dipping the entire run. He's like, yo, that's a fucking good time.
I do a cheap world record all while doing the tobacco spit at the same time.
Seriously, look, he's not Russian either. He's like from the U.S.
Oh, he's
World
not
record
Russian?
holder.
Then that doesn't make any sense.
No, dude.
Now
You're telling
that
me?
makes sense.
Are you telling me the South doesn't exist? Alright. Well, at Germro.
I guess Clayton has no comment over it.
I didn't hear him. It like cut out. My bad. What'd you say?
Oh no, I said, are you saying the South doesn't exist for
the
dip?
South. Yeah, the South doesn't need to exist.
Ooh, oh, shit!
At German.
At
Germro.
at Germro. Alright, well, it was fun.
Yeah, for sure.